Okay. Let's open the meeting and, is there any additions or deletions to the agenda? If not, making the motion to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor? No public comment. Approval of amendments, do we have a motion? All in favor? Mr. Woods, financial report, please.
Sir, as of November the 30th, 2023, in the assets and checking accounts. General fund, 160,476.08. Capital reserve, 642,934.52. And the building and land fund, 23,411.61, giving us a total assets of $126,822.21. Current liability of $2,933.93, and income for this period, income $30,271.76, with expenses of $105,212.29.
All right, make a motion to approve as read. All in favor? Aye. Make a motion to pay the bills outlined in the check registry ordinance 23-18. All in favor?
Aye.
Communications.
Yes, in your packet is our updated loggers contribution rate. So here, drop a little bit from 22.6 down to 21.7.
Yeah.
So it's 21.7% of all wages paid out.
Fire marshal's report.
Yes. There was one building permit issued for the month November. That was for 761 Maple Street in the amount of $128. Part of the month. His collector was $128. Total collected $128. And that's for a Hillsborough Dental is moving. That's where police are used to be in that.
Anybody been in for that house on Breland across from the title dispersing at his lawyer's office yet?
Yes. Most likely.
Where it was gonna be up at the other place.
That's so really. That's so really. So.
For women. No.
I have no idea.
What
That was the initial plan over there. I'm guessing it's still the same plan.
So they're gonna sprinkler that place too?
And I am. And possibly I'll have to go. She has not approached me yet.
Okay.
She still has some planning and zoning challenges that she's working. It is, but there's different, I don't understand zoning.
Different levels of it.
Yes. It is commercial, but she needed something else with it. I don't understand zoning laws. I don't.
All right, moving on, fire chief's report.
Yes, for the month of November, we were at 131 calls for service. Another busy month. No real serious calls. On the administrative division side of things, we're still working on multiple grants at this time. The Jefferson Memorial Grant, like we presented last month, we were denied again. But we're kicking some ideas around for the next round to come out in January. We've talked and we're talking with some of the management staff around here. We've discussed upgrading our AEDs. Our AEDs are getting so that means state ARPA funds. There's another round of ARPA grants being released. It is due the 5th of January, and we are going for the building remodel down here for that. That is a 50-50 match. We got some initial bids back. We talked to, had Josh Boyer, in the building, who that's Eddie Boyer's, nephew who runs EA Boyer Construction now. Eddie did house two, he did half the building. So the initial remodel bid came in around $256,000. We're down here. That includes fixing the foundation leak. So that would be digging up on your lot behind the building, waterproofing the foundation, installing drain tile and whatever else I need to do to ensure that that stops water from leaking into the building, which is pretty important. I think it needs to get fixed.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a $256 of money. Well, like 70 or 80,000 of that's foundation. So, with that being a 50-50 grant, we are trying to see if it's going to be beneficial if we can do what's called a in-kind match. Basically, all the money we dumped into this building over the summer can go towards all the cash match. It's just a matter of ensuring that the numbers kind of are finessed and work out.
Yeah, it's gotta, if we go in kind, we've gotta be at that 50%. We're trying to, we got a lot of receipts up there.
We spent 180,000 on this. There's money. I think we'll make that 50% with what we've done already. But if it does not get funded or we not get awarded that grant, I think it's still something to consider. How we're gonna fix that. That's gonna cause long-term damage, mold issues, other issues that you
Probably already mold issue.
we need to address. So we're working towards that. The COVID recovery funds that we've been talking about for 25 months now. It seems like I got another letter or email from FEMA the other day. We've got another program manager over that, and she's here to help us, but it's going to be another couple months before we hear anything back as to whether all that effort me and Jason put into getting that grant done. It's so
How much you get?
$20,000. So the request, Jonathan reached out to us and said, hey, you want to go for the next round of recovery for that? I go, absolutely not. I'm not wasting my time, not even knowing if I'm going to push. The remodel's still ongoing here at House One. Crews have started hanging some drywall and doing some other stuff. That's going to get rolling again here now that we're done with our stuff. Holidays. Switch over from Nationwide to Lincoln Financial is moving forward. There we got some good work to sign. That. Continuing with the Lexipol policy rewrite, we're hoping to be done at some point this year. Not much has changed with the stoplight issue out there. We're still working on hopefully in conjunction with the city. Bay exhaust system is complete here at House One and House Two. They finished up House Two on Monday. So I guess House Two's working. Or everybody knows, so that's where we're at. We've got multiple committees running now. The strategic planning committee kind of met and helped develop a strategic plan. The 6524 replacement committee has met and finished the first phase of their project, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit. We got a committee out that is researching the drone. We've actually, I think they've identified a product that they're pretty much sold on, but they've got one salesman coming in beginning of January, I think the 10th, to demo what they're going to do from there. So we'll have some decisions after the first of the year. We're going to do and get rolling again a awards and banquet committee. That way we can kind of work towards doing an actual awards banquet this coming year instead of Christmas party. So, and then next year, you guys may or may not have realized, but it is our 75th anniversary of fire protection here in Hillsborough. So that's coming up in April. So we're going to do some sort of maybe an open house with a speaker and try to bring some of the original community members back, the family that were part of the initial fire association here, things like that. Trying to get a committee appointed for that. The participation in that committee has been about 2 people. So we'll see. Try to get some more involved with that, but I don't know. It's not a real sexy committee. So, again, like I said, I think the drone project will come in a little cheaper than was expected. So we'll hopefully have that project wrapped up by the chief or final recommendations possible. Let's move forward with that purchase. Many quick recommendations and decisions need to be made based on some of these committees' findings due to some impending price increases. We'll talk about that here in the future. No real major fleet issues over the past month. We did get all the tires replaced that we talked about at the last meeting, so we've worked out a small fortune in rubber this year. Crews have been continuing to train on various topics. Crews this past week have been working on some tech rescue stuff with the Saline Valley and the deployment of what's called the Western Shelter, right? Heating and things like that. Disaster. For a tech rescue type of situation. PR events are ongoing as always. We've got our pictures with Santa. Now, thanks to everybody's help. Jason for coordinating.
No jobs to Stewart report.
No, Mitch talks to me saying he's not going to be here.
Okay. Old business station alerted.
Yeah, as we talked about last board meeting, our station alerting system is broken here at one house. Jeffco 911 is going to this point of next to alerting system, which requires certain equipment here at the firehouse to properly function. We talked about the initial price of somewhere in the mid $20,000 range. Boy, was I off when I got the final price back on that. So sent them a hand-drawn thing of the building here, and they kind of placed where a lot of the devices would need to be, and estimated the installation costs and all that good stuff. And the final price came in at $39,071.94. I think there's some fat that can be trimmed off of that. So I think that is your worst case max scenario. I have budgeted for that purchase for next year. And with next year being in about 3 weeks, I would like force permission to sign the contract before that.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. All right. Let's see. Credit card.
I think I have a decent solution figured out. I believe we're gonna work with Bankstar to get everything moved to the company that they use. Me and Mick, me and Fisher, the chief over Cedar Hill, have been doing some investigation in the past month or two, trying to figure out the best option for credit cards. Getting anybody at these big companies to understand that we're government entities is very, very difficult. They all want to back Capital One. Well, they want all your personal and financial information to back it based off of you and my financial. So we're $20 million business. It's based off the business for the government. So none of those big companies will have. But I think through Bankstar we'll be able to get some credit cards before that's not tied to the individual. So as soon as we're done with that, we'll get that all.
New business Lincoln financial documents.
There's a slew of documents that I need to sign, so I drafted an ordinance and a formal record of action for Lincoln Financial, which allows me to sign all these documents.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
And it's
I make a motion to approve that.
It's trust agreements and plan, it's just really stuff. It's not financial. So I'm gonna send this formal record of action one signature per page. And then the normal ordinance around it. I did put all the documents in your board packet that you would like to all three for 2 seconds. Yeah, no, there'll be. Bob will have to sign twice. So you. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Strategic management plan.
Yeah, we're happy and proud to present the updated 2024 strategic management plan. There were some great goals that were met last year. Obviously, it was huge given the tax increase. The funding that has provided for the future of the district is huge. We're looking next year at approximately a $1.899 billion budget. That's not on the agenda, so that's definitely a huge uptick from kind of where we were in the past. It allows some raises to the staff, which was perfect. Literally more. But anyway, I want to highlight some of the big things that are actually going to possibly be in this plan for you guys. Well, for under goal 4, which says down the bottom of page 130. Under goal 4, right halfway up there. Obviously, this is under some of the facility stuff, complete the existing projects at Station 1. Plan for the remodel of the administration offices down here. I still think we may need to shift some funding around at some point if we don't get this grant to get that project done. I don't think we can put that off much longer before we cause too much damage. Install new alerting systems at Station 1 and Station 2. We added in there Station 1 this year, 24, and then 25 we need Station 2 and updating the alerting system out there as well too. One of the other things that the building committee kind of recommended, and we've been talking about this for a long time, was to build some sort of a detached storage facility out at Station 2 to kind of ensure that maybe the boats, the UTV, maybe the brush truck that's in there, that engine house is packed. It's overpacked, it's overcrowded, we can't walk out there. So we need to figure something out for that. So that is within the plan, and it is within the budget for next year as well. Then another big plan, and we'll talk about that more too, is the apparatus committee has recommended the purchase of a fire truck. Moving forward, so there will have to be some work done here to this building, but that's not going to have to get done on 5 due to the time frame of that. So those are kind of some of the big projects that we have planned for next year as part of this, along with finishing some of the unfinished goals that are on there. And the committee all contributed to this. And I think everybody did a wonderful job of kind of identifying and giving the district a path to the future. For sure, and giving us measurable benchmarks and objectives. We see a little report card from how we did last year, what was completed and removed from the plan, what was moved forward to 2024. Some of these goals will always be on there and continuing into the future. So yeah, I think everybody's doing a great job. and up and forward to adopt this plan. And just so you guys know too, on the back pages, I have amortized out cost of this plan to ensure that it works. And we're still solvent out through 2046. Don't know what's gonna happen. But we're not making plans or pull the trigger on any major projects that we're not sure we can at least sustain what we have. So,
It's great. Very informative, very professional. I make a motion to approve and adopt the strategic management plan dated 24-2029. Dated 12/13/23.
All in favor? 2024 budget.
yeah, and you guys have already seen the budget. I think it was gonna be back in October, kind of the initial what we were looking at. This is the finalized, everything's written, ready for presentation to the general public, ready for adoption. There are no real huge changes that were made from when you initially saw the budget. Some of the financial highlights from last year or this year, obviously, the remodel of living quarters was a huge ongoing. Parking lot replacement, we got to check that off the list. The sewer repair, we got to check that off the list, which that was fun to tell you. The tornado checked the new siding and roofing off of our list for us, which that was great. Got the new front door on there as well too. So we've made some good progress. We definitely do ensure we're keeping up with the buildings, kind of meaningful. So, any questions?
How long do we need to go before we adopt it? How many days is it for that?
You can be not.
Make a motion to adopt the proposed budget for 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
No, it's time for that.
Rescue tool donation.
Yes, you guys remember we talked about, when the new tanker comes in, if it ever comes in, donating that truck to Bell City, Missouri, they requested. They also, as I was talking to them on the phone the other day, again, explained our truck is, here. I think I actually asked them if they knew where our new truck was. He had talked about and asked, hey, you guys know anybody that has any old rescue tools? Go up, so happens we do. If you remember, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, put out for bid on the government surplus site for rescue tools. It's got a bunch of crap offers back on them. So we never sold them. They're just sitting here collecting dust. I would like to donate those tools as well to Bell City.
They kept with them now.
Yeah, you come get those now.
Give them to you.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep, awesome. Thank you for all the proper equipment state donation form. That way that takes all the liability. That's
Right.
Minimum wage increase.
It's up to $12.30 an hour. We need to raise our part timers to the state minimum wage.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Mutually agreed.
Yeah, we need to update our MAPIS agreement, which is the mutual aid box alarm system. This allows us to do interstate mutual aid with St. Clair, Monroe, and Madison County. They do have some great equipment over there that could be useful and has been used here in Jefferson. They got a big fan on the back of the truck that's been used for commercial structure fires. So I can see that definitely being needed here in Hillsborough at some point in time. We just need to update the made this ordinance. We signed it last year, year before, it's just kind of.
Any questions?
So I have the, yeah, that'll be a motion to adopt ordinance,
I'll make that.
ordinance 2320.
Second, all in favor?
So. We'll just write your name on the eyes. Awesome. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, maybe one more. Yeah, yeah, and then Bob can attest it. Sign and read your end. It's very ethical.
Truck committee, Colin.
Yeah, so, here, for packet is a letter from the apparatus committee. I asked about December 1st to, finish the part of evaluating kind of the future needs of the Hillsborough Fire Protection. We have known for a long time that, we need a ladder truck to lower our ISO. Really, we do have some large buildings that, we think about. Done the ladder truck out, and I was kind of shocked at, the sheriff's building down there on the street. Pretty tall building. That ladder was a pretty steep angle, so.
My building's tall.
It is, absolutely. So after they, kind of went through their evaluation, we asked them to look at ladder truck the best option, pumper, if they came back with ladder truck is the best option. There is about one ladder truck that will fit in our, and that is the Suffolk SA 75-foot ladder truck. That's it. Other than that, you're not finding a ladder truck to fit this building. We did have, in fairness, to be honest, we had a U1 that would fit in the building as well too, until it snowed. And it's not going to fit in the building because that's how close it was to hitting the door out there. For the second, you got a little bit of snow on the ground and we cranked it up enough to. So, I appreciate their hard work. They did do a lot of research. They went out to Columbia, Missouri, last week and kind of checked out their fleet of Suffolk SA 75s. They liked it. And obviously upon the delivery of the ladder truck, 14 would get moved out to station 2 and the ladder would run out of here, station 14 would run out. There's a little catch, not a little catch, but With this being the only truck. The current price tag comes in at $1,327,362. After the 29th of December, it goes up $60,000,
Close to 1.37, about 55, 60 grand.
so another $55,000 price increase after the first year.
What equipment are we going to need to purchase for this truck? To utilize it.
I went through the entire ISO list today. We have everything we need for that truck, current, and what comes with it. So that's cheap. And it would cost us less than that tax. What do we say, Bart, $2,000 to meet the entire ISO list?
So we can outfit the.
There is going to be some cost to it.
Oh, yeah.
Mounting the wood.
That's a good. A full prepayment of the truck. Pay $76,000 off that cost. So if we pay that truck in cash, it drops that down to $1,251,039. New pumper, $950,000. Yeah, you ain't that far off. You're really not that far off at this point in time. So the cost of this and the financing is figured into for next year. Well, we wouldn't owe on it, I'm sorry, until basically we'll turn over the financing when the year gets paid off next year. Our payments due in August on that truck, so following year. Part of the finance. I'd like to go investigate the tax anticipation note like we have done in the past. And I think the amount of kind of what we talked about in closed session with the other project. I think that going for that line of credit around 2 million or so is probably the way to go. That. I kind of looked at a $2 million price tag amortized over a 30-year period. You're looking price somewhere in the 150 to 180 range annually, based on whatever the interest rate is. So,
We want tonight.
well, I think we want to spend $1,000 less on this truck. We need to authorize moving forward with this ladder truck. The 30 days from signing this to have the financing in place. Already talked to Bankstar and they're investigating it. So we could potentially have all the financing set up by the next.
How long the payment?
I'm sorry.
How long is the payments?
So it'll be amortized. It'll be just like the old truck. So it comes due every year. Tax anticipation note comes due every year. Right? 5 days there. But it's renewed every year also. So it's amortized every year for 30 years. And
We've never taken
we paid off.
Never made it that far.
We paid off, was that 1.5 million between the trucks and the building out there? We paid that off about 15%. And then, and here's the thing. All these other pieces falling into place with that other project potentially. There's extra money and this gets paid off. Line of credit to roll with. Right, to roll with the next point. Right.
I make a motion to move forward.
Second.
All in favor?
Okay.
Motion approved.
Yeah, we're gonna take another one to pay for that this year. The audit is scheduled, for the January, Friday the fifth,
Motion to approve it.
$8,000.
Yep, all good.
Ah.
Anything else before the board?
Yeah, I think can't announce the one yet because that's under negotiation,
Right.
but I think the other one.
We can, the hiring of the manager, and then we went with, Julie and, stock. And can be determined when their start date is, but it will be soon. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All good?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, can I get some signatures before?
Yeah.
You have a couple. You have a lot.
You might come.
Is this the last person with you? Is it that bad? Well,